This is Yawny, yelly, glowy, floaty, and this is how we wrote Bluebonnet Baby. Bluebonnet baby, making me hazy while I'm away. Backstory for Bluebonnet Baby. In 2018, Logan and I were living in Canyon Lake, and we decided to go full-time musician. And in order to do so, we had to go somewhere that we could live cheaply. Like, where could we go and be super poor and still live a pretty nice lifestyle? So that meant going back to our hometown area. We were just coming up on 4 years of living in Canyon Lake, and I loved that place so much. We ended up pulling the trigger, and we moved out here to the ranch. We'd been living here for maybe like 3 months or so. The sadness I was feeling about leaving Canyon Lake had finally like built up to be too much. One day I was feeling extra sad and missing my friends and old coworkers, and just missing the river and the lake and the hills and the nature trails and the deer and everything. And I just felt really sad, and I had to do something. I had to get it out of me and in some way like immortalize how I felt about that place. So I sat down and I wrote Bluebonnet Baby.
When Stephanie wrote Bluebonnet Baby and expressed all the feelings of how she felt about the place and missing it, I have those too.
The song is about like losing someone or something in order to follow your dreams. You have to make space in order to like pave that road for yourself. On that journey, I think sometimes we have to leave things, places, or people behind. That's specifically what it's about. I was sitting there and just feeling really sad, and it felt like homesick, but it also felt like a breakup, like a really bad breakup. I felt like afraid of like, oh, like what's gonna happen when I go back to Canyon Lake and I see that place again, like just like entering it, seeing those hills, seeing that river, seeing that lake. Am I just gonna like freak out and think like this is the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life, and like I have to get back together with with Canyon Lake? That was a fear. It was just so weird how much it felt like a breakup. And when I was leaving that place, I felt that too. I cried about it several times. I just had to write a song about how moving away from that place hurt as bad as a breakup. It was just a real heartbreak for me.
My role in the creation of Bluebonnet Baby was basically nothing. Stephanie did everything. I did produce the song, which has a huge impact on how the audience will listen and interpret and feel about the song. I always say the casing for the jewel. I made the casing for the song. Stephanie made the jewel. So when Stephanie delivers the nuts and bolts of the song, then she hands it off to me, and it's time to give it an outfit. I listen to the lyrics, to the emotional content, and before I ever turn on a computer or do anything of that nature, just get a sheet of paper and think, what's the emotional landscape of the song? What instruments help bring that out? And I can remember in this moment thinking that because of the content of the song, thinking that some kind of epic funeral. So, for example, a version of bagpipes made it to the song. But again, just to take what Stephanie has already done and make sure that it stays true to those core themes, and that way the most important elements are still there when the audience finally hears the fully produced version.
The emotions I was feeling when I wrote this song were of loss and indifference and deep sadness, but also appreciation. I really felt so lucky that I got to have such a wonderful time for so long in that space, and met such wonderful people. I did so much growing there as well. It's really interesting to feel so sad and separated from something you love, but also completely washed over with feelings of warmth and love and appreciation. I also felt appreciation towards the ranch and myself and Logan, because we made the decision to come out here and pursue the full-time musician thing, and it's really hard. It was really, really hard when I wrote Bluebonnet Baby, and I think that's why I was so sad and, feeling nervous, like, oh no, like now, it's been over a year since I wrote the song. So much growth and development has happened. And now when I hear the song, I still feel sad. I still feel lost. It's like I miss my friend, but the appreciation has grown even more. I'm really glad that I left the place behind in order to follow my dreams.
My intention for sharing this song with an audience is, change is difficult at any level. The tiny stuff, the large stuff, the extra large stuff. It's never easy. And when we feel like we're not alone, that other people are experiencing the same thing as us, and in this song, change and moving on, we can borrow their courage, the courage to move on, the courage to say yes to new opportunity, even though we don't know how the fuck it's gonna go. And for me, all of that is present in Bluebonnet Baby, and my intention is that people can relate and maybe just find peace and or solace in that. Yeah, change is hard, change is difficult, and my hope is that they'll find strength in what Stephanie has created and perhaps be inspired to make a change that is right there.
When I was writing the song, the intention was very selfish. It was like, I have to get this out of me. I want to immortalize this feeling. I want to personify Canyon Lake as this glorious woman. But after I wrote it, I did feel something about other people and how they'll listen to it. I thought, this is the first song I've written by myself in ages, like years, and I am no master of any instrument. I just had to get it out of me. I hope people listen to this and feel like I can make something. I can make anything. We live, it's 2020. You can learn how to play any instrument. You don't even have to know how to play anything or draw. It's just art. It's for you. You can create something when you feel a strong emotion. When something overcomes you, you can channel it through anything. I hope people are inspired to create something, if only for themselves. It's such a satisfying feeling, and it's liberating. And I think it's good for your mental health. I think it's good for you as a human. I think humans were meant to create, and it can be so simple.